ICCA is a trade association. Our members are companies and organizations which are actively involved in the international meetings business. We've been around since 1963. We started out as a tiny group of travel agents based all over the world who started sharing information about medical congresses when jet airliners first started. Now we're up to 900 companies and organizations, but we still actually share information on international meetings, and that's the real heart of ICCA. It's a community of trust where the companies share data on association meetings they've recently hosted, which are rotating around the world. And so because those meetings are not going back to the city where they're currently being hosted for maybe 10 or 20 years, it actually makes commercial sense to share that information, and that's right at the heart of what we do. But a lot of other members belong to ICCA because they want to do business with other members. And so there are all kinds of networking opportunities, educational opportunities. Our Congress is becoming very well known as a place of thought leadership where new ideas are taking place and where people are understanding what's going on in the marketplace. It's a nice organization. I was a member for 13 years before I took over as CEO in 2002. So I was already a fan before I became an executive. Okay. Basically, any type of company that is actively involved in international meetings. The three biggest groupings are the venues, which are mainly convention centers and congress centers. The destination marketing organizations, those are the organizations that market cities and countries, so national tourism organizations, convention bureaus, and other types of marketing bodies. The third big grouping are the meetings management companies, the professional congress organizers, the destination management companies, and all kinds of intermediaries who help to organize meetings. Then we have smaller groupings which include the airlines, airline alliances, media, IT, audio-visual, architects, consultants, pretty much any type of company which has a key part of its business involved in international meetings and especially international association conventions, the type of business that rotates around the world. Okay, well, firstly, the membership is a company membership, so anybody who is active within that company can take part in our activities and tap into the benefits. The core benefit that most of our members belong to ICCA for is to access the database of international associations. We track about 16,000 regularly occurring meetings that rotate around the world, and our database contains all kinds of information about the history, the decision-making processes, and also the future bookings. And members use that data to find out more information when they're bidding for congresses so that they can really understand the objectives and the needs and the rotation pattern of the events they're chasing. What's also important is they use the connection to ask other ICCA members who've recently hosted those events what they think about the meeting. You know, what were their impressions, what sort of delegates were they dealing with, how were decisions made. That sort of information is really invaluable in a highly competitive environment. But we have a whole range of other services. We offer educational programs. We also have something called a PR kit. We found that over the years we had been collecting specialist information on media who are working in the conference field all around the world. We now share that with our members, which actually saves them from having to hire a PR agency. This PR kit allows people to monitor their profile. It allows them to send out their press releases to a very accurate and updated database of media. That's just one example of the type of things we're doing. But essentially, we're constantly innovating, constantly coming up with new services, and we're constantly trying to listen to what our members are actually doing in the marketplace so that we can personalize the type of services and benefits that we can deliver to them.